Hey YouTube, welcome back, guys who play Yu-Gi-Oh! Anyway, so I'm coming back to you because I decided to help a friend out that was running Doppelagents. Or, okay, so he was running agents, the Chaos form of them, Chaos Agents. And he said that he wasn't able to do as well with them as he'd like. That probably has to do with the fact that they used to be really good and now... In fact, I think it was 2011. Like, everyone was topping with agents and whatnot. And so they really started to try to tone them down. For instance, Christia got to 2. Earth got struck down to 1. Like, oh my gosh, they went a little overkill on Earth just because agents kept topping. But now, of course, you know, Earth right here is at 2. So there's nothing to really be worried about. 2 is fine. If I could run 3, of course I would. But 2 is fine for right now. I sort of like the pure agent build, to be honest, where you run Sanctuary in the Sky, but, you know, a lot of people complain about Sanctuary in the Sky, it's just not viable and whatnot. And I try to incorporate as much of the Chaos form into this as possible, because the friend that I'm doing it for, Mr. Ace in the Hole, has his old deck as the Chaos form, so I'm trying to include as many Dark Monsters as possible to allow this build to run Black Luster Soldier, but I don't run Chaos Sorcerer, you notice, because so many times I'll run into having Black Luster Soldier. I mean, there are Dark Monsters in this deck that you could banish, but this isn't centralized around summoning Chaos Monsters like Black Luster Soldier or Chaos Sorcerer. So only have one Black Luster Soldier, one of this Chaos Monster. I mean, I guess Dad, Dark Armed Dragon, could be considered a Chaos Monster. I mean, you know, if you get them in your hand, there's a good chance that you could have 3 Dark Monsters in Grave. Especially since I just recently added Breaker the Magical Warrior. He's really good because, first of all, he's a Dark Monster, but also because he's an additional MST. And I only run 2 MSTs in all my decks. And I really feel like this is, especially since I have Royal Decree down here, that I run Royal Decree. And I don't really like using Heavy Storm if I've got a Royal Decree on the field, so Breaker can sort of help supplement that. So let me go through the deck, actually. So the first 3 monsters here are the Mystical Shine Balls. Those things. I remember when this card first came out in Ancient Sanctuary, like... this was the most retarded card I had ever seen. I'm like, why would someone want to summon this? Like, I had bought two boxes of them with like 24 packs, and I had gotten Venus also. I'm like, who the hell would pay 500 life points to summon a Shine Ball from my hand or deck? Like, honestly, it sucks. Now, remember, this is back... Ancient Sanctuary was back before Synchros, and it was also back before XYZs. So, like, the only advantage in summoning a Mystic Shine Ball was so that you could sacrifice it for another Fairies effect. That was it, because you had already wasted your normal summon on Venus pretty well. So it's not like you could tribute them for a tribute summon or anything. So, back in the day, this card fucking sucked, but nowadays, people use it, go into Gachi Gachi or Digestor Phoenix. They can use... I actually use it a lot of times with Gen X Ally Birdman, but I'll go into that later. So, normally what I'll do is I'll summon Venus, pay 1,000 life points, and summon 2 of these guys from my deck. I try not to summon the one from my hand because I want to keep hand advantage. Anyway, so that's what I do with Mystic Shine Balls. You know, not that uncommon. Excuse me. Black Luster Soldier. So he's sort of like the Elemental Lord for Chaos decks because he is... he's a beat stick, for real. You know how Black Luster Soldier works. Get to remove face-down monsters for crying out loud. He's really, really, really good. And he can't target Obelisk, but he can get rid of annoying shit that's like Blue Eyes Ultimate, 5-Headed Dragon, you know, high attack shit that you can't get around normally. Christia, so I'm a little hesitant in running her, but I'll run her because Mr. Ace in the Hole does run a Christia. Or I think he ran 2. Yeah. I do not run 2. This bitch is not that good. Like, she's okay, but she hurts this deck. I mean, she hurts your opponent's deck more than likely, but she hurts this deck too. Like, oh my gosh. First of all, she's very, you have to have exactly 4 fairy types in your grave. So she's very picky about when she wants to come out. Also, I've tried using Valhalla Hall of the Fallen to summon her, and she won't summon for some reason. I don't understand why. Valhalla Hall of the Fallen didn't let me special summon her from my hand. I think you can, though. I know you can normal summon her, so why wouldn't it let me special summon her? I don't know. I haven't really used Christia that often because she keeps me from special summoning. She is good though if you want to lock your opponent if you've got the advantage. And when she is special summoned, she's a free special summon essentially. If you've got 4 fairy types, she's like the elemental lord for fairies. You just drop her on the field when you've got 4 fairies. And if you do special summon her this way, or no, you can special when you do. Okay, yeah, if you special summon her own way, then you can target a fairy type in your grave and add that target to your hand. So it could be like adding a Hyperion back to your hand, adding an agent back to your hand, adding Honest back to your hand, adding a tuner, you know, whatever. I also have Medora in here, but I'll get to him in a little bit. So Master Hyperion, there's 3 of them. Every agent deck should run 3 Master Hyperions, whether you're running Sanctuary in the Sky or not. Master Hyperion's pretty good because you can banish from your hand, field, or graveyard. You can banish an agent monster and special summon them. I try to do it from the graveyard if possible because I don't want to get rid of hand advantage or field advantage. But then he's special summoned. Now he can be Solemn Warning, unfortunately, because his ability to summon himself does not start a chain. And when he is on the field, then you can banish a light fairy monster from your graveyard to destroy any card on the field. Now, it's sort of like High Priestess of Prophecy, where you banish a card from the graveyard, and you only get to do this once per turn, unless you have Sanctuary in the Sky on the field, but I don't. So, he's pretty good. He's 2700. I don't have any rank 8s because it's very hard to get either Hyperion, Christia, and... I mean... It's actually not that hard to get Christia and Hyperion on the field at the same time. But getting 2 Hyperions on the field at the same time is not likely to happen. So if you want to like switch one of these monsters for a rank 8, you know, you're welcome to do that. Dark Arm Dragon, so the reason why I have him in here is just for added dark support, really. Plus, you can banish 1 dark monster from your graveyard to target 1 card on the field, destroy that target. Now, that does not say once per turn. You can keep doing it over and over and over. Like, this guy clears the field for me a lot of times. Plays he's 2800, that's not bad. But I really like cards like Hyperion, Dark Arm Dragon, which you can banish a target to destroy a target on your opponent's side of the field. That's really good. I really like that. So that's the reason why I have him in here. He's very strong. I have yet to summon him, but that's because, you know, there's only 1 of them. But he's really good. Breaker, already told you, he's dark and he's an MST. He can also crash into Thunder King if you need to get that fucker out of the way. Medora. So the reason why I was debating between running Medora or a Thunder King. So the only reason why I don't run a Thunder King is because I don't want Thunder King on the fucking field, and then I summon Earth and try to add an agent to my hand. That's the only thing. I really should put actually, let me do that right now. I really should put a Thunder King in the side deck. Because Thunder King is good, but it depends on the situation. The reason why I have Medora in here is because it's an easy normal summoning, and he gains 200 attack for every fairy type in your graveyard. Well, if you just summon Christia, that means that you have 4 fairies in the grave, right? That's 800, that's 2300 that this guy is at now. So it's actually, it can pump up very quickly. So it's really good for that, you know, but it's really between Medora and Thunder King that I would add into here. Obviously, you could banish Thunder King to summon Blackluster Soldier, but you couldn't to use Hyperion's effect. Honest, every fairy deck should run an Honest. That's the reason why there's only 1. Honest is actually really weird if you've ever watched the 4th season of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. Honest has a really strange role in the 4th season. Anyway, so yeah, Honest is really good. I don't use his first effect. Is his first? Yeah, his first effect is during your main phase you can return this card from the field to its owner's hand. So essentially, you could summon him, attack for 1100, and then main phase 2, return him to your hand. I never really do that. So the main reason why I have him in here is because like I can make my weaker fairies run over stronger shit. Like my Venus, I actually ran over one of the stronger hieratic monsters because of Honest. You know, you can activate it during your turn or when your opponent attacks. So either one, it's really good for that. Plus, once it's in the graveyard, you don't necessarily need it back. Although you could get it back with Christia. But then it can act as fodder for Master Hyperion, so it's really good. You run 3 Venuses because you run 3 Mystic Shine Balls. You really want to get those out ASAP. Plus, there's really no other agents worth running besides Earth and Venus. So you need to run max agents of both of these guys. So 3 Venuses, because if you've got some in the graveyard, you might as well put them to good use once you get a Hyperion to your hand. Banish them, start doing shit. And plus, you know, the sooner that you can summon the Mystic Shine Balls, the sooner you can summon stuff like Gotcha, or whatever. Usually what I like to do is, and I've done this a couple times, I'll have Gen X Ally Birdman in my hand. I'll normal summon Agent of Creation Venus, pay 1000 life points, special summon 2 Mystic Shine Balls, return one of the Mystic Shine Balls to my hand, special summon Gen X Ally Birdman, and then go into a Stardust Dragon because it's 3 plus 3 plus a 2, that's 8. And then I've got one of the Mystic Shine Balls in my hand. So, you know, you actually don't lose. You go plus 0. Because Gen X Ally Birdman was in your hand, now he's not. So, it's really good. Unfortunately, if Gen X Ally Birdman does use his effect in this way, then he does get removed from play when he's removed from the field. So, that's the only disadvantage, is you can't use him as a dark target to summon Blackluster Soldier. But that's the reason why I only have Blackluster Soldier and not Chaos Sorcerer, is because I don't have as many dark targets as like a Chaos Agent deck, because I'm not running 2 Trags or Gores or anything like that. But I do have these dark targets over here. Junk Synchron. Junk Synchron's actually quite good. Don't knock it till you try it. First of all, he's really good because I run a Lure of Darkness. So sometimes this guy's useless in my hand, and I can use Banshee or Doppel Warrior. They're just useless in my hand, so I Lure of Darkness, draw 2 new cards. It's really good. Junk Synchron can, a lot of the times what I'll do is I'll either special summon back like a tuner, or I can special summon back a Doppel Warrior, or even sometimes a Mystic Shine Ball if I'm at the end of my rope with what I can special summon back. But also he's really good because I won a duel because I had a Mystic Shine Ball and maybe it was a Venus on the field. I special summoned the Mystic Shine Ball back with him. Oh no, I think it was with a tour guide. Well, I don't know. We'll see it in a little bit. But I went into a Junk Destroyer, and because I had 2 non-tuner synchro or 2 non-tuner monsters used for the synchro summon, I got to destroy 2 cards on my opponent's side of the field. One was his trap card that was face down in Mirror Force, and one was his face down monster. I still don't know what it was. But needless to say, and then I attacked for game. I think I OTK'd actually. But Junk Synchron's actually quite good in this deck. I know it seems strange, but he's good. 2 tour guides for the obvious reason. She makes easy rank 3s, and then just the 1 Night Assailant because Sangan's banned. Because some faggots complain about him. Anyway, so Marshmallow. I run Marshmallow because it's just another light fairy. Plus, I mean, if you need to normal summon a Master Hyperion or Christia, you can, because really Marshmallow's not going anywhere. I mean, this guy's main enemy might be like a Papilloperative, but that's about it. Plus, you know, if they attack it face down, then they'll have an unpleasant surprise when it flips face up. Okay, so Night Assailant. I mean, usually if I have a tour guide, if I summon a tour guide, I'll go into another tour guide to do the rank 3, not a Night Assailant, but sometimes that other tour guide's already in my hand, or the Night Assailant's already in my hand, so I just need a 3rd option for tour guide. I do like Night Assailant. If he's flipped face up, you get to select 1 monster on your opponent's side of the field and destroy it, so it's not bad. Agent of Mystery Earth. Okay, so this girl has been all over the place. She was at 3, she was at 1, now she's at 2. So when she's normal summon, only normal summon, not special summon, you get to add an agent monster from your deck to your hand. Now, if Sanctuary on the Sky was on the field, then you get to add a Master Hyperion. But unfortunately, I don't run that. So all I'm adding is Venus, because you can't add another Earth to your hand. Otherwise, that'd be really good. That's probably what I'd add most of the time. So I just add Venuses. But anyway, she's really good because she's a tuner. She's a level 2 tuner, so that's how I make a lot of these combos down here. Notice I don't have any effect failures in here. Effect failure wasn't really working out for me, so I took out effect failure. I didn't like it, and yeah, so now Earth is my only tuner that's light down here. All my other tuners are dark: Junk Synchron, Gen X Ally, Birdman, but I make synchros like crazy with this deck, so it's not even a problem. And then I run 2 Doppel Warriors. So I've tested out this build. I really do like the Doppel Warrior, because he can make an easy rank 2 as well, especially when he special summons himself, because I'll do like Junk Synchron's effect, a level 2 from the grave, and then Doppel Warrior comes from my hand. I gotta be honest, I don't really I don't really special summon those tokens that he creates afterwards, but you know, you can use them to sacrifice, you can use them to sync as well, but mainly I'm using this guy for his free special summon from my hand and then going into a rank. Plus, you know, he's dark, so he can be banished for Dark Arm Dragon or Blackluster. So either one. Allure of Darkness, you know what it does. I already told you. Draw 2 cards, banish 1 dark monster from your hand. Make sure you have a dark monster in your hand. If you don't, you discard all your cards. So the Holy Trinity, Heavy Storm, Monster Reborn, Dark Hole, you know what they do. MST, because you know I hate back row. I just hate back row. Reinforcement of the Army, because you can either add Doppel Warrior or Junk Synchron to your hand. It's really good for that. Unfortunately, Breaker the Magical Warrior is not a warrior, so you don't get to add him, but it's okay. So that's why I run 1 Reinforcement of the Army. 2 Celestial Transformations. The reason why I like this card is because sometimes I'll normal summon Agent of Mystery Earth, right? And then I'll get to add Venus to my hand. But now I've already wasted my normal summon. But if I have Celestial Transformation, I can special summon Venus from my hand. Now her attack is cut in half and she's destroyed at the end phase. But I've got a tuner on a non-tuner. What do you think I'm going to do? I'm going to start tuning. But I really like Celestial Transformation for that ability. Also, it just makes for a quick kill if it's absolutely necessary. If you ran some rank 8s, obviously you could special summon. Actually, you know what? I'm not sure if you can special summon Hyperion. I think I tried special summoning Hyperion once with Valhalla Hall of the Fallen. Why did I say Hall of the Fallen? I don't think it let me. I think he can only be special summoned through his own effect. But yeah, I haven't tested that out yet. And then finally, I'll only run 2 of those. It's also quick play, so it can act as a blocker if you need to special summon 1 from your hand in defense mode. But anyway, so Royal Decree, I run 3 Royal Decrees. This one actually protected me when I was playing against Jarvis, because Jarvis runs a shit ton of traps. So Royal Decree is pretty good to stop their back row for the most part. I really like it anyway, and I run 3 of it. And then only 1 trap. Because Solemn Judgment can outrun a Royal Decree. I know that a counter trap can outrun a normal trap, but I don't know if it can outrun it when it's continuous. I've never tried it before, so I don't know everything about this game. I do know a lot, but I don't know everything. So, but yeah, just 1 Solemn Judgment because it's the power of a Dark Bribe and a Solemn Warning in 1. So yeah, that's why I like it. So in terms of my extra deck, I've got my Scrap Dragon. You know, I've used this guy a couple times in my 6 Sam deck to win, and I don't think I've used him in my Agent deck, but you know, you should always run for your level 8s, a Stardust Dragon and a Scrap Dragon, just because they're really good. You know, you destroy 1 card on your side of the field. You could destroy a useless Mystic Shine Ball to destroy a good card on their side of the field, a Blackluster Soldier or something. Plus he's 2800 attack. So Thought Ruler Archfiend I really like because I've also got a Magical Android. So if both of them were on your side of the field, every end phase, you would gain 1200 life points. And plus, Thought Ruler Archfiend could protect both himself and Magical Android if they were like targeted by a Dimensional Prison or a Hammer Shot or a Smashing Ground or something like that. He's also good because every time he destroys an opponent's monster, you gain life points equal to the destroyed monster's attack, so it's pretty good. So Junk Destroyer. So he's pretty good because I already told you I normally use 2 two non-tuner synchros. Two non-tuner monsters to synchro this monster. God, I can't talk today. So that means I automatically would get to destroy 2 cards on my opponent's side of the field. Unless, of course, they warning him or something. But yeah, he's really good. Plus, he's got 2600 attack. And I do go into him a lot. But besides Junk Warrior and Junk Destroyer, I don't have anything that's specifically junk related. I do have Avenging Knight Parshoth because he's a level 8 with 2600 attack. His ability to change the battle position of one face-up monster on my opponent that my opponent controls, it's okay, but the real thing that I'm going after is the fact that this guy inflicts piercing damage. Now, you could take out this guy and put in anything else that you wanted to. I just did it because he's a fairy and he's a light. So if he does end up in the graveyard, I can either use him for Christia or I can use him for Hyperion. That's the main reason why he's in here. Stardust is obvious. Black Rose is obvious. Wyvern is my other level 7 that I could possibly summon. This guy's really only good when... this guy, actually, I might be taking this guy out because he has to have a light tuner, so only Earth is going to summon him. But he's really only good when your life points are higher than your opponent's, so you're already at an advantage. But when this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can pay 1,000 life points to special summon this card, which is okay, I suppose, if you are going to try to destroy your opponent ASAP. Like if they activated, let's say they activated a Mirror Force, right? Well then they destroy your monster, and now you pay 1,000 life points to special summon them back during the battle phase, so you can do it again, attack again. So you know, it's sort of like as long as that 1,000 points doesn't kill you, then you might have a chance of killing your opponent. Magical Android, I already talked about him. Level 5, 2400 attack, pretty good. Junk Warrior, pretty good, especially when you have Doppel Warrior, because if you sync with Doppel Warrior and he special summons the 2 tokens, it pumps this guy automatically up to, what, 31 or 32? 31, it has to be. 800, right? Yeah, so it has to be 3100. So yeah, so he's pretty good with that. Cataster, everyone should run a Cataster in their extra deck. He's a level 5 that can get over a Blackluster Soldier. That's pretty damn good. So yeah, anyway. On rank 3s, I only run 3 of them. I do run Leviair because I actually OTK'd with Leviair once because I used Master Hyperion's effect. Then I special summoned that light monster that I just banished and, you know, went all out. Leviathan, because he's really good at running over stuff for rank 3. Zen Mains, I've already talked about him because he's really good for blocking. And then my two rank 2s, everyone should run a Gachi if you've got a lot of level 2 monsters, whether it be an Ojama deck or this deck. But you should also run a Daigusto Phoenix. The first time I made this deck, I was not running a Daigusto Phoenix because I was testing it out. I could have killed my opponent in 1 turn because Daigusto Phoenix, if you've got an open field, which I did that one time, this guy inflicts 3,000 damage. And all you needed was 2 Mystic Shine Balls to summon him. So you detach an XYZ material, target a face-up wind, I only target him, and he gets to attack twice. Now, is that not great or what? I mean, that is great. It's fantastic, in fact. But anyway, so yeah, that's the deck in a nutshell. There might be a few things that you could change that if you wanted to, but this is what I would really run. I mean, I wouldn't take this to a regionals tournament, maybe to a locals tournament or just dueling for fun. But this is the most competitive form I could possibly make it. You can change it however you want, but this is what I'm running. So yeah. Anyway, all right, let's go do a couple replays, shall we? Shall we? Yeah. Okay, no, not that one. I don't want to do that one yet. Agents. Now, who is this? Okay. Actually, I don't want to do that one. Or do I? Do I? Yeah, sure, why not? Okay, so this is the first duel action I did. This one, okay, this is when I was first testing it out, right? So it was a little slow at first. And let me pause it real quickly to show you what's sort of happening. Now, there are times that you can get a dead hand sort of like this, where you can't really do anything yet. Actually, what I could do is, if he was able to destroy a couple of my monsters, then what I could do is I could actually banish like a creation of Venus from my hand, summon the Hyperion, and then banish Mystic Shine Ball to start destroying shit on his side of the field. But really, sometimes you can get a dead hand. But thank God my opponent was running some weird ass shit, and this fucking fag can return shit to my hand, so it's kind of annoying. Sort of like a mini, whatchamacallit, Guardian Sphinx. And then this, oh my gosh, I should have Heavy Storm before I set down Royal Decree. Who sets down a Heavy Storm? Are you kidding me? Not even to bluff. You should not be setting down shit even to bluff. That is just the stupidest thing ever. So now you notice I've got a light and a dark in my grave, so if I drew into a Black Luster, I could actually summon it, but you know. First things first, activate her effect as special summon to Mystic Shine Balls, because that's really good. And so I go into a Gotchi. Now here's the thing, right? What I should have done was gone into a Daigusto Phoenix. But the thing was, at the time that I had this deck, notice I had no Daigusto Phoenix. What did I have in place of the Daigusto Phoenix? Oh, I had a Junk Archer, which wasn't that great. But no, my friend, no. Daigusto Phoenix, watch. What I would have done is banished Creation of Venus, summoned Master Hyperion, banished a light monster, the Mystic Shine Ball, from my graveyard to destroy this faggot right here. Then Hyperion, along with Daigusto Phoenix, well, they wouldn't have OTK'd, but Daigusto Phoenix would have inflicted 3,000, and then Master Hyperion 2,700. That would have been almost 6,000 damage, but instead I've got this fucking Gotchi. So yeah, anyway. I'm just telling you, Daigusto Phoenix is so good, you just don't know, my friend. You just don't know. So yeah, then I set Solemn Judgment, just in case if he tries to activate a Dark Hole or something, I'll save him. But yeah, so I honestly don't know what this guy was running. He had such a weird deck. I think this guy was a straight up nub. But yeah, anyway. So yeah, notice I can't summon Christia yet, but I can next turn if I wanted to. I could normal summon him. If I absolutely wanted to. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. So he activates Gold Sark or Blackluster? No, Creature Swap. Oh, this guy is horrible. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Okay, so now I could sack Mystic Shine Ball on that, summon Christia, so I know you can normal summon. Banish that, and then duke it out. Actually, oh no, I already did normal summon, yeah. So this guy will live for one more turn. He'll live to fight one more turn. Or defend, I guess, one more turn. But anyway, so yeah, this guy never gets a chance. Oh my gosh, the Chronomalies? I've seen them before, but I don't know if they're any good. Okay, he can summon that guy, but that's about it. Oh, okay, he actually quit out, so that wasn't that good. So that was just an example duel for that, but let me show you an actually good duel. Oh wait, no, this is against Jarvis. But this is when I was like first practicing the deck as well, of exactly what this deck was good for doing. So this is back when I ran a Book of Moon. I don't run Book of Moon anymore, just because it's not as good as I'd like it to be. But yeah. So notice that Earth added Venus to my hand. So normally what I would have liked to have done was, you know, special summon a fairy from my hand with Celestial Transformation to be able to start tuning, but I can't because I've already wasted my normal summon. Now, he's going to try to attack my tuner, and I'm going to save my tuner. I'm not going to activate Book of Moon, but rather Honest, so that way he takes 1,000 damage. But and then this turn I can summon that, and then I can summon the Mystic Shine Balls by, you know, taking 1,000 damage. So what I could actually do is I go into a Daigusto Phoenix here, but only after. Okay, and I do that, and then I Heavy Storm. But yeah, so detach, and then that'll be what, 5,200? Oh, so I had exactly 4. Okay, cool. 52. Wait. I said that was 5,200. Oh shit, that's game. Well, that was going to be game anyway. So yeah, but anyway, so yeah, I added Honest back to my hand just in case if, you know, if you were to summon something big. But yeah, that is almost a no TK right there. Took me from 7,000 down to 1. What is this? Get out of the message center. real player. Since when did you start doing advertisements for real player? But anyway, so this was a person that I was actually doing as well. Oh, this is the Hieratics faggot. So let me swap because I don't want to watch them. They went first, but it doesn't really matter. So he summoned this guy and then did something. Oh, I don't know how Hieratics work. Did you see this guy? And then you see this guy, right? This guy's picture is exactly this guy's picture, but flipped and with a different background. But look at him. He's exactly the same. Exactly the same. Okay. Hold on. Okay, you can see more of this guy's wings on the left side a little bit. But that's about it. Otherwise, they're exactly the fucking same monster. Get fucking original, Konami. But anyway, I don't think this guy knew how to run Hieratics. Because he summoned this guy in attack position. Because I think that he wasn't reading how Hieratics worked. He thought that this guy was going to come out in attack position with his regular attack. So, kind of feel sorry for the faggot. And I kind of feel sorry for me because I heavy stormed an MST. So now bring out 2 Mystic Shine Balls from my deck. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Digestor Phoenix because I'm going to have Venus attack this hieratic higher attack monster. And then save myself with Honest, of course. Honestly. And then attack for 3,000. So yeah, get raped, faggot. And then we'll see what he does afterwards. Hit me with your best shot, bitch. Blow me away. So what is this? Oh yeah, this is the guy that gets to be special summoned. However, if he special summons, then he doesn't get an attack, and the guy didn't realize that, so that's why he actually entered the battle phase. But he should have just ended his turn. But anyway, it doesn't matter. So now I can do that, and then watch this. Junk Synchron, bring back a Mystic Shine Ball, special summon Doppel Warrior, and then look at what I could go into. I could go into a level 8. Actually, that's what I end up going to. I believe. Yeah, there we go. Junk Destroyer. So I use 2 non-tuner synchros, right? Destroy 2 monsters on the field, or 2 cards on the field. So I choose those 2, and then I get to attack twice, and then he quit out because he's a little bitch. But yeah, anyway, that was pretty good. And then I've got one more where I was facing Jarvis right at the end. But this was good because you actually get to see Gen X Ally Birdman in play. So that's the reason why I kept this one. So for something like this, what I actually do is probably just, let's see what I do. Allure of Darkness? Okay, yeah, Junk Synchron. That way I get to draw 2 cards. It was sort of worth it. I think I go into Gachi though. Wait, what do I go into? Gachi? Oh, that's right. Yeah, so like I was talking about before. So now I can bounce a Shine Ball back to my hand, and now I can go into a level 8 like a Stardust Dragon or something. So, and then I end my turn pretty well. So yeah, and then let's see what Jarvis does. No, bitch. Make it rough. Yeah, get raped, faggot. Okay, yeah, set, and then it's my turn again. So let's see what I do. So what I could do at this point is I can summon Hyperion, but let's see what happens first. I go into Leviair, because here's the reason why. Summon Hyperion. Now, I could banish that. Exactly. So, just like that, I was able to use his effect by banishing a Shine Ball, but to summon him, I had banished Venus. Use Leviair's effect to bring it back, and now that's more than enough to kill him. That's an OTK right there. On my second turn. So that's all you have to pretty well do is just have a good combination of this. And then you rape ass, pretty much. Yeah. So there you go. And that's pretty much how Doppelagents work. Nothing special about them. They've been around. It's just you've got to have the right combo and everything. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you all enjoyed the video. And so there you go, Brian Buchanan. You now have your Doppelagents. Even though it's not the same as the Chaos Agents, you now have your agent deck. So you can take that, go to a locals tournament or something, or play against your friends, and if they ask you, man, how'd you get so cool? You just tell them, God made me.